What's going on, ladies and gents? Happy BTL Monday, episode 483 piece. As always, hold the fry, joined by your two hosts, Krabs and Jovan, presented by Bookit Sports. If you're not tracking bets on Bookit Sports, what the fuck are you doing? What are you waiting for? Do I need to fucking come through and tell you myself? Download Bookit. Get it done. Figure it out. Start tracking your bets on there. We're all over there. Everybody who means something, everybody doing something in the space is over there on Bookit, tracking their bets. Get over there. There's other creators on there besides the Bookit ones too. A ton of people who are hitting bets over there on the Bookit Sports app. Go start tracking your bets today. All right, figure it out. Nats are winning tonight. Holy Howitzer is saying he's already getting the vibes up. Jovan, I got the Nats sweatshirt on today, the cutoff. It's a special day. Mackenzie Gore Day. Probably should have worn that jersey now that I'm thinking about it. How are we feeling? You have a good weekend? And yeah, you got the fresh Rays hat on today. You're ready for business.
Yeah, might be ready for business, but yeah. Decent weekend, ready to go.
Sure. Twitter's fading Gore today. Ooh, I don't know about that one written by Zach. I don't know if he's fadeable. He might just be cracked. I feel like the Nats pitchers, honestly, the more disrespect they get on Prize Picks, the better they end up doing. I don't know what it is. Mackenzie Gore, sure, coming off his best fucking start in his career. I think he goes out there and shoves once again. We'll talk about it. All right, we got plenty to go over in MLB today. Not much NBA, not much NHL. We'll kind of talk about those series a little bit and what we expect for the Cup and the championship coming up here at the end of this week/weekend. But we don't have much this week. I wish we had some PLL during the week. Gosh, that would be different. If we had PLL to bet on, weeknights would be electric. We don't. All right, Jovan, but first week in the books for the PLL. How'd you do? What did you think? Any games, any players you were like, holy shit, that was insane?
I mean, the obvious answer is Jeff Teat. That was like the craziest performance I think I've ever seen watching PLL. How many points did he end with?
11 in one game. And then he said, you know what? How about I drop a 7-piece on a Sunday? Yeah. Unbelievable.
I mean, 18 in 2 days is crazy. So, I mean,
he's back.
That was insane. Yeah.
Last year, the Atlas was getting mad respect on the lines before the season. They flopped. They had 2 wins total. They've already tied that mark through the first weekends. They swept on the doubleheaders. I'll be honest with you guys. I live bet the Whip Snakes when they were down like 10 in that game because I was thinking the Atlas were going to have some tired legs. They were already kind of looking like they were getting a little wobbly towards the end. The Whip Snakes showing some life after Atlas went up like 10 goals early. It was just an absolute bloodbath. I said, you know what? I'll take a stab at the Whips. I'll grab them +7 for a half a unit. Sure. It was free. They lost by 4. I mean, if there was another quarter in that game, they probably would have came back and won. Keep that in mind going forward, chat, when we're betting PLO over the weekends. These double headers, these teams playing their second day of a back-to-back, they got some tired legs going, and the Atlas was able to withstand it because of how fucking bad, to be honest with you, their opponent was in the Whip Snakes. And I hate to say it, but they look like moose shit. They pulled their goalie. They put in Brendan Krabs, W's. He got some play time week 1. Did not expect that. The young gunner who's going to be their future in net. Lieutenant Goose is saying the PLL is awesome. Sure. W Sox fits. Sure. Yeah, guys, don't sleep on the Bombas. Okay, these things keep the feet comfy and secure. But yeah, got back from the course yesterday, played a little round with my girl, anniversary round. Did not play well. Put the game on after missing the first half, Jovan. And I see my Whips are down 10. Jesus. Is it going to be like that again for the Maryland team? I feel like they have to be good. It's where lacrosse is, pretty much talked about the most, to be honest with you. They got a lot of work to do. Okay, my Whip Snakes, that's for sure. But overall, a very, very solid first weekend of the PLL. My goodness. The bets were atrocious on Saturday during the live stream. Okay, 0-3, W transparency. But we bounced back on Sunday going 2-0. If you think I'm losing coins betting this league the whole season, you don't fucking know me. You don't know what we did last year or the year before. Okay, so lock in. We got week 2 coming up this weekend. I'm fucking stoked. We'll talk about it plenty as we get closer. All right, for now, let's go over some W recaps, huh? Why not us? Let's go over some W recaps from Friday. Ooh, first period under. How about it? Free.
Sure.
Dubs. Air. Yeah. Actual air. And chat's asking, did the Anteaters and Stampeders 2-piece cash UB Bulls? You're goddamn right it did. You're goddamn right it did.
Despite all the bitching from everybody who knew college baseball and bet it all season in chat, saying UC Irvine was cake. Saying to
people
take
do
Dallas
forget
Baptist.
About it. They forget about the Anteaters Stampeders 2-piece.
People were sleeping. But yeah, they're saying take Dallas Baptist. They almost got fucking shut out, man. What are we doing? That's like lesson 1 of Or we're talking about college baseball and betting the tournament. Nobody knows what to do because it's college baseball. So throw some shit at the wall. Hope it sticks. And that stuck.
Now, I was peeping the board late last night looking for a late night winner college baseball. It's that time of year, right? Not many other games, sports going on. You got to reach a little bit. And I enjoy watching some college baseball. It's like baseball on steroids, right? Way more errors, way more runs, way more home runs, way more bullshit, fluke shit. It's crazy, right? You just got to know that going in, okay? It is wild. It's madness, I guess is the right way to call it, to be honest with you. Runs galore. These kids are using metal bats. They probably shouldn't be at this point, to be honest with you. I was combing through the board last night. I live bet Oklahoma. That was free. Boomer Sooner. W's anybody who tailed in chat from the tweets. We cashed. The Anteaters, I believe, actually had a game going on last night that got postponed due to rain. They're picking up today around, I think, 3 p.m. Eastern, Jovan. Now, I was looking for a live line. I kind of want to get involved with the Anteaters today. I couldn't find anything up yet. Maybe they'll wait till the game actually starts again up at 3 p.m. Eastern, but I'm going to probably sprinkle. They're down 2-0, I believe. I know they were down in the game. I wanted to live bet something plus chicken last night. Then the game got postponed and suspended. Okay. I'm going to take a live bet as soon as that line comes back up on the market. If anybody sees it for the vibes, a little sprinkle on the Anteaters ML to come back in this game today. Let me know if you guys see it. All right. Because I've been morning. Can't find the lines up yet.
They win. They get to the night game and play again.
Sure. They got 2 games today, actually. Okay. Awesome.
If they win. 1.5. If they win.
So who has to win?
Well, if they lose, it's cake. But if they win, they play Oregon State again tonight.
The Anteaters? Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Must-win game, come back. They're going to have their A bullpen, their best pitchers coming out, right? They don't have an option. Give me the Anteaters ML, right? A ranked team, low-key lacking in this tourney so far. One more loss, they're out of here. I'll take a sprinkle at the plus chicken once they put those back up on the markets. Sure. Chat 3 p.m. Eastern-ish. That's what I saw last night. Let me know if you're seeing anything else, okay? We got some other things we're going to talk about here. Che coming in with the sub bang W's 4 months. Love that. New face. Lunch Money Bets coming in with a resub as well. We got a hype train moving and grooving. Love to see that. Sharp report. Not our best work. 2 and 3 each.
Not great.
Don't love that. Don't love that. Giants blew it. I still cannot believe what is occurring on that Yankees team. I mean, did you see what happened? Did you see what happened yesterday too?
Yeah.
I mean, goodness gracious, man. They're up 3-5, top of the 9th. Game's about to be over. Close that puppy out. Home run after home run. Juan Soto put one in the fucking water. Unbelievable. Shit. Yeah, go ahead and pull it up, dude. It's great. There it goes. See ya. San Francisco ML. You know I had a ticket on that yesterday at plus chicken. With Blake Snell on the bump, he gets hurt. Yankees come back late. I fucking bet. That was the luckiest, most cheese dick Yankees ML cash of the year. If you had the Yankees ML yesterday, go buy a fucking lottery ticket. Because that was horseshit. I'm going to say it. It was. Jovan?
Yeah, I mean, Camilo Doval has not been nearly as good this season. He's blown a lot of crazy saves, and that happened to be one of them. But I mean, the Yankees, if Judge and Soto are this good, nobody's stopping them. It doesn't really matter that nobody else in that lineup below them can hit because they're just that good right now.
Oracle Park has so much aura. I know, dude. I want to get out there so bad. That park looks sick. Unbelievable. We got Moose 2727. Perfect timing here as we see Juan Soto hit a nuke. Coming in with a resub. 24 months, 2 years. How about it, Moose? Sure we can. Nothing Moose about that. 2-year subbies. We appreciate you. W's. Krabs, Aaron Judge should thank you for buying his jersey at the AL MVP speech. Yeah, give me 1 second here. Talk about how much of a piece of shit he is. Give me 30.
Tell me you're not getting the fucking jersey right now, dude. That was crazy. But yeah, Krabs literally ignited a run. That is incredible. Probably one of the craziest we've seen.
So I got this fucking jersey right here. And I probably shouldn't even be fucking touching it, to be honest with you. Get that fucking out of my sight. I got this jersey, all right? I got my buddy who just moved back up here after medical school. I got some beers with him and my other buddy who's a huge Yankees fan on Friday nights. Haven't seen them for a minute. I'm like, yo, let me give you this Yankees jersey. I can't have this in my possession. The longer I do, the stronger his powers get. I don't even know what to make of it at this point. It's honestly impressive. Phil Zutley had a great tweet about it at the end of last week, Jovan, talking about his stats the day I bought the jersey And since then, he's hitting like 380. He has like 20 home runs on one of the best stretches in MLB history over that time. I wish I was kidding. MLB history.
That's hilarious.
He's going to tell his grandkids about the last month and a half when they ask him about the best times of his fucking career. This guy cannot miss a baseball, and there has to be a correlation. He went from looking like Joey Gallo combined with Chris Davis post-Adderall to looking like Barry Bonds prime steroids in a matter of a day. I wonder what happened. Probably because I bought the fucking jersey. My buddy would not take the jersey with him. He drove away, sped off as I tried to give it to him multiple times and said, I'm not fucking taking the jersey. So I still have it. I think I got to put it on fire.
Yeah.
That might be the only way to get rid of its powers, to be honest with you at this point. Chat, what do I do? I'm not even fading him anymore. I'm letting him be. He wins. No more. Okay? No more. He's been too fucking good. I'm not fading him. I am fading the Yankees. Okay, hand up. I've been fading the Yankees a lot. I should not be doing that. Every time I do, it's a loser. Okay? What do I do with the Yankees jersey, chat? Do I light that motherfucker on fire? Do I throw it in the trash can right now, get it out of my possession? Do I give it to someone else? My Yankees friends won't take it. What do I do?
Should give it to Trent.
Give it to Trent.
Let him curse it. Make him start.
I will see Trent in a couple weeks for the All-Star game. I'll see all you guys down there, of course. I'll be down there for that. Maybe that's when I bring the jersey down there. Hey, Trent, I got you something. Brand new, authentic, not signed, not Bo Jackson, right? But it's something. Maybe he'll take it as a gift. Maybe he'll take it, maybe I'll owe him one, right? He would really be helping me out. Trent, if you're listening, if you're in there, think about doing me a favor, will you? I think the world would be a better place if you take that Aaron Judge jersey out of my possession. At least it would be for me. Okay? This motherfucker, man. He is so good. Oh,
hilarious.
He's so good. Judge versus the Dodgers in Dodger Stadium has so much aura. Yeah, remember when he ran into the fence and broke it? If I was the Dodgers, I would have sued him. Breaking the old historic fence out there in right field. Are you kidding me? You can't be running into fences like that. Now, most people would say maybe Judge sues them for, causing a toe injury that he's actually been quoted saying it's going to cost him, pain and suffering the rest of his life. He's talked about the toe is fucked, right? And the toe obviously got mashed in between the concrete and right field in that Dodgers game. It fucked him up, right? It's never going to be perfect, but yeah, I'd be suing. If I was the Dodgers, most people would say the Yankees. Yeah, this is just incredible, and I'm pretty blown that now Aaron Judge has surpassed Juan Soto. After Soto had an unbelievable 2 months, he's still hitting. I mean, he really hasn't cooled off much, but it's just been the Aaron Judge show. Best duo in baseball? Sure. Has to be. They're unbelievable. They're carrying the weights. The bottom of that order is moose shit. You might as well have me, Jovan, Shelly, Mikey, Lauren, and fucking Trent at the bottom of the order. As long as you have Aaron Judge, Juan Soto, and Anthony Volpe at the top. You're probably getting the same outcomes in these games. But that's how good these guys are playing. It doesn't matter.
Yeah, literally doesn't.
And their pitching is just cracked. Batman and Robin, bro, yeah, you better be calling Batman Juan Soto. That's not a right comparison there. Come on. You can't be calling him Robin. I hate that shit, man. Volpe's been so good, still under the radar. Yeah, because of these two fucks. Right up here on the screen.
Definitely not under the radar. I'll say that. But
maybe for someone not as dialed in to MLB.
Yeah, I mean, they're glazing his hit streak like it was the greatest thing of all time. But, I mean, Judge and Soto have been that good, so it's hard to put them above him. But under the radar is crazy.
How do I get Trent to bet on these two gentlemen? How do I put the cheese in the trap?
I don't know that you have any convincing to do after this week.
Let the results sell themselves, right? They've been crushing the ball. Trent, the hottest hitters in baseball, take them. They're on fire. All right, next time I talk to him, I'll start whispering in the ear. Gosh, man, they are unbelievable. All right, let's move. Let's groove. I got one more thing to bitch about. Okay, this is an unbelievable occurrence that probably will never happen again. If it does, I won't be mad about it. All right, Jovan, I know you know what I'm talking about. Goots, run that shit. I want to bitch. First ever King of the Board recap for Steam Krabs. I bet. Minus 1,000. You were going to hear this today, guys. I tweeted on Monday. I was pissed off. I was tired of people not tailing. I was tired of people not taking my picks. I said, you know what? Fuck you guys. I'm going 5-0. Look what I did. Look at it. It's beautiful. 5-0. Wasn't good enough. Was not good enough. This is actually fucking ridiculous. This is the most Krabs thing of all time. Jovan, 4-1. You took plus chicken. You're not soft. And next thing you know, you're up 4.7 units. Okay, almost 5 U's. You beat me by, I don't know, 0.14, 0.16, I guess is the W math there. Rounded up there. You beat me by 0.2 units on King of the Board last week. Any comments after losing a play, me going 5-0, me talking my shit all week, me chirping chat for not tailing, me chirping chat for not picking the right plays, and then this happening? I would love to hear them.
I mean, can't give you any shit. You said you're a sweeping squad or sweeping King of the Board. You did it. It was just I did enough on the last 2 days. Wasn't scared of the Mavs. I guess like all 4 of my wins were dogs, and the only X had a minus sign next to it, ironically. But yeah, shout out the Mavs getting it done, no sweat. Ronaldo Lopez was literally prime DeGrom against the A's, which was huge. But yeah, shout out. I mean, Thursday and Friday, huge. But again, going 5-0, no matter the W or L, can't really hate that.
Padres minus 1.5, and you would have won Krabs. Sure. If I took the first period under instead of making that the squad rides, I probably would have won 2. That would have given me almost 30 cents ish. I don't know. I'm not a mathematician. Okay. I give you guys winners. You guys can crunch the numbers, do the math. Either way, I mean, look, this is a W. I'm in a bitch. I'm blown. I wish I won King of the Board. You guys know I love that shit. But Jovan has won 4 of the last 5 weeks now, I believe, in a row after I snuck one in last week when you were on Fuego, winning 3 in a row. You've won 4 of the last 5. Unbelievable run. Historic. Aaron Judge type. And first period did go under, by the way, Super Cam. I don't know what the fuck you're talking about. First period went under on Friday.
1-0.
Squad ride. Sounds like you didn't tail. That's cake. Want to know who the real winner is? Me, who tailed all 10. Appreciate the winners. Let's keep it up. My name's Jeffrey's been listening to me bitching the last couple days.
Been tapped.
Saying if you guys aren't tailing the King of the Board plays, what the fuck are you doing? Seriously, why even come in here? Why even watch? These plays are smacking at an alarming rate, knock on woods. They are. Lock the fuck in, start tailing these, chat. What more do I got to tell you? What more do I got to say? I'm running out of shit. All right? Lock in, start tailing these plays. You bet the under on Shell last night. You're goddamn right I did. Not first period, but full game. Under 5.5, free. Now my Stars and Mavs 2-piece parlay, that was cake, unfortunately, but very curious to see what happens in the Stanley Cup and finals. And we can talk about it here for a minute. But Jovan, any other comments, thoughts on King of the Board this last week? I mean, Lopez, you owe him a thank you card. What a fucking outing, bro.
Yeah, it was beautiful. Trent was bitching from right as he spawns, asking who DeGrom is tonight. He was bitching after 2 batters, saying he is fucking Framber or whatever, because he's always bitching about Framber not getting Ks and getting ground balls.
Yeah, that pissed me off. That pissed me off. Not this comment. This comment makes me happy. Okay, but Trent bitching about 2 at-bats pisses me off. I lost thousands this weekend. Thousands. Trent.
Yeah. Thanks for Otani, brother.
Trent. All right. Well, you know what? That was last weekend. That was last week. Who gives a hoot? Crumble that shit up. Throw it out. All right. Let's lock in. It's a Monday. It's a new week. Trent, new backs. All right. Let's find some winners for today on the Bookit Slate. We don't have any excuses, any choices. We got plenty of MLB for today. All right. Sure. We got Mackenzie Gore Day today. All right. Yeah. Let's give away some free prize picks promo, can we? Gutsy, get your ass up here. You have a good weekend?
Had a wonderful weekend.
You went to Camden Yards at all? How'd that series end up playing out? I was $2 in the PLL.
Well, we won the series. That's all that matters. You know.
Any comments?
I was told that they would sweep.
Well,
so that didn't happen.
You know, Jovan, you can't always get what you want. So I'm happy with the series win.
Yeah.
W growth goods. Sure.
W growth.
And yeah, Trent, maybe stop betting COD, man. I don't know what to tell you, but maybe bet anything else. Maybe bet POL, maybe bet MLB. I don't know. I don't know what to tell you.
This 2-piece.
Lock into that.
Wow.
That was a free 2-piece.
Free 2-piece.
Which one was that?
And Real Madrid. Trent's 20
Yeah.
unit. Well,
20 unit well.
Oh, let's not start with the PLL cake. Oh, here we go.
How about you go lab a square there, Trent?
Trent, Sunday we swept. Saturday was mid shit. I'll give you that. 0-3. Prize pick squares were cake. We bounced back. We didn't lose a single fucking play yesterday. Wish you tailed. Wish you tapped in. But you know what? We got 9 weeks left of the regular season. You got plenty more time to get your coins back on the PLL. Same goes with you, chat. I hope you enjoyed this Saturday stream. I know I sure as hell did. I'm sure the squad did as well, hopping in and out. Mikey obviously holding it down there as well, getting to watch his Atlas win 2 games this weekend. He's got to be bricked. Yeah, we got plenty of weeks left, plenty of time left to make some coins. Hope you guys enjoyed the weekend stream. Okay. Stream was nice. W's. Okay. A lot of good comments. Only very few mean ones. I love that. You know they're going to be there, but very minimal. Need to let him know the Judge jersey is coming his way. Yeah, Trent, I got you something. I got you a gift that could change the vibes for today. I got you some new pinstripes coming down for the All-Star game. All right, I got you a new Aaron Judge jersey, number 99, name and all. All right, I cannot wait for you to put that on and take away the curse. Appreciate it. Thank you. All right, he already has one. Well, now you got 2. All right, and there's nothing you can do about it. I'm bringing down a second one. Yeah. All right, and yes, you could bet on CODs. You could take COD plays on Prize Picks, Big Cheesy. Lock in. If you want some of those, go over to my guy, Chelly. Okay, have your people reach out to his people. He'll get you right on those COD squares. AI is taking over sports betting. Ooh, what does that mean? Curious. Let me know. Dudes, give away some coins, will you?
I will. Go right there.
Godsynth. Sure.
Dang. Milk.
Okay, Godsynth. Not Brendan. W name below. Of course, he's picking the milk guy. It's literally my fucking first name. That's very contrarian to him. Godsynth. Godsynth, you are a friend of the program. All right, reach out. Hit up the BTL Twitter. Send us your email associated with your prize picks. If we don't get it to you in the next day or 2, hit me up. I promise we'll get you right. All right, Godsynth? Hit me up. We'll get you some prize picks coins. You're in here every day fucking vibing. You deserve some. Okay? W's. All right, we're 30 minutes in. Let's keep moving and grooving here, Jovan. Before we hop into some of the plays for today and the sharp reports. Guys, we interviewed Paul Rabel a couple weeks ago. We put that interview up on YouTube. I think it's one of our best videos we got up there. Do me a favor, guys. Go check this out. We'll put the link in the chat right now. Hurry up. Go, 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 go. Click on the link. Drop a like. And also watch this puppy. Very, very cool listening to Paul Rabel, the greatest lacrosse player of all time, talk about the PLL this year, some of the rookies, some teams he thinks could potentially win. He even talked about the Atlas a little bit. I'm not going to spoil what he said, but Paul Rabel might be locked. He might be a PLL sharp. People are saying. Go check out this video. Hurry up. Go, 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 go. All right. We also dropped an MLB State of the Union BTL exclusive podcast last week as well that I think is still relevant personally. And we'll have another one of those come out either later this week or early next week to give you guys some more MLB talk. Okay, on the side. I know it's going to be a lot of MLB going forwards. What better 2 gentlemen to listen to? Actually 3 with Goots involved as well, getting that Rays and O's banter going, which I love. Sitting back, relaxed, and enjoying it, grabbing the popcorn. Who better to listen to than us? Talking some MLB through the season. You guys know where to go. Spotify, Apple Music, even YouTube. If you want to watch the videos yourselves, see our beautiful faces up there, go check out the pods. All right, the link to that is in chat as well. We got some Anteaters talk. This is what I'm talking about, Jovan. My favorite aspect of this show is throwing out things and chat coming in, locking in, doing the research, coming back with some answers. Anteaters game returns at 3. They are down 6-4. Let's go. I knew they were down 2. I thought it was 2-0. I don't know why. But I would love to live bet the Anteaters or know at least what inning they're in. I think it's still kind of early. I think there were
pretty
a lot of
early,
runs.
I think.
Yeah. There were a lot of runs in that game. So we'll see what happens.
4th.
Krabs, I thought you said you were giving away 100 prize picks coins if you went 5-0 on King of the Board. Is that what you're talking about? Did I tweet that out? Shit. Let me see if I did. That could be a W reminder.
Could be the difference.
Let me see, chat. Either way, could be due for a giveaway anyways. I'll double check that right after this, okay? I probably did. I was trying to do a lot of giveaways this weekend. Why don't we do one right now? In here. I'm feeling good. I hit some bets. I'm about to get a Venmo from my bookie. Why don't we do a giveaway right now? Right here. Drop your favorite PLL team in chat. You could do it 100 times. Don't care who it is. I'm not going to give any preference, but drop your favorite PLL team in chat. If you don't have an affiliation yet, drop it now. You could drop it 100 times. I don't give a hoots. You could text it a bazillion, send it. All right. Let me know your favorite team. I'm going to pick one of you guys randomly and give you guys $100 right now. Go, 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 go. All right. We had a great week last week. Squad rides are starting to hit, starting to get back on track, Jovan. The bets were looking pretty solid last week as well overall. All right. Let's give away some coins. Keep them coming, chat. I want to see more comments here. Water Dogs locked. They look like moose shit this weekend, KD. They look like moose. Not going to lie to you.
Moose.
All right. GF Swim. Cannons. GF Swim, hit me up on Twitter. Sure. Hit me up on Twitter. W's locking in the Cannons future as well before they lost this week, but they're still plus 500. That's okay. Still like the Cannons to win the PLL championship. GF Swim, DM me on Twitter. Let me know your Venmo. I got you right after the show today. All right. That's how we roll around these parts, chat. You bully me into giving away some money. It works. All right. I'm in a good mood today. Jovan, Sharp Report. You ready?
Sure.
Dubs. Let's lock in. Chat, limited slate today. It is what it is. It ain't much, but it's honest work. A great man once said. And we're going to give you guys all of our efforts, all of our best plays, prize pick squares, whatever we got. You're going to hear about it right here, right now. All right. I'll get it started off with where exactly it should start off here, Jovan, and that's with the Washington Nationals on the money line today. I've come around to this team. I've come around to the Nats. I've come around to them getting no line respect. And obviously, as a Nats fan, it's been tough for me. And as a contrarian, as a guy who likes to fade the public, fade things that make sense, it's been a tough year for me being a Nats fan, betting the squats. I've been confused, Jovan. I've been, fading the team. I've been taking the team. I've been, not finding much success. But I've come to the realization that these young arms don't get any respect. It doesn't matter who they're playing. Doesn't matter what's going on. The Nats get zero line respect. Everyone thinks they're fucking moose shits, but they keep showing hearts and they're scrappy. And Mackenzie Gore right now is on one. I don't know if you guys have seen this kid pitch in the last month or so, but he is looking like the future ace of the Washington Nationals. I'm not fucking kidding. He's starting to look like a one. He looks unhittable. He's getting the walks down. He's filling up the zone. The strikeout stuff is there. His high fastball has been breakthrough stuff for him this season as another strikeout pitch, not just his nasty off speed. He's legit. And the Nats are too. And the Mets, since people have been talking about them, maybe trading Pete Alonso, trading Francisco Lindor, making some moves because they're giving up. Sure, the Mets have shown some life in recent games. Their offense is waking up the last 3 or so. Now they got to head on the roads, head to DC to face Mackenzie Gore, a really good lefty at his best right now. I'll take my chances with the Nats as favorites. They're not favorites much. The Mets are the team that actually gets more line respect than they should. I was surprised to see the Nats even as a favorite, to be honest with you, in this spot. For the first time this season, Mackenzie Gore and the Nats getting a little bit more line respect than I initially thought we were going to see. All right, I'm going to lean into that today. And with the Nats 4 games under 500 still, I think they pull out a win at home, even without CJ Abrams today. If he's unable to play with that shoulder injury, I don't care. He's been in a little bit of a slump anyways recently. Maybe that's even what the offense needs right this second to get some more people on base. All I know is we're going to hit up McGill. We faced him plenty. We're hitting righties well this year. The velo doesn't matter. I like the Nats bats, and I like Mackenzie Gore to shove. Give me the MO.
I was so close to adding the Mets MO to my card today.
Okay.
Because I think McGill still shoves against them, but the only reason I'm not on it is because the entirety of the Mets bullpen pitched. So if the Nats, I would not be shocked at all to see the Nats win this one late, but I went with the first 5 under because I'm with you. I think Gore pitches pretty well, but I also think McGill also shoves too, which I hate that he's coming off of a shutout of the Dodgers where he looked really good, but kind of goes to the system-ish that I've been playing where like if a pitcher throws a lot of fastballs and not much off speed, especially to lefties, they've been all doing really, really well against the Nationals. And they throw a lot of off speed to lefties like Charlie Morton, like Pablo Lopez. They've been getting absolutely crushed. McGill throws like 70% fastballs and only ticks up to lefties. So like I still think he pitches decently well. And I think Gore, pitches well against that team too. It is in, DC too, where Nats offense really hasn't shown up too much outside of Pablo Lopez. So leaning into the first 5 under, do think there's probably some bullpen blowups for the Mets waiting in this game though. So you could be safe.
Probably put the Nats in that boat as well at this point.
Yeah. Not nearly as bad, I guess, but yeah.
Not good either though. I'll tell you that much, unfortunately. All that fucking luck from the beginning of the season. Dylan Flores, these dudes, Jordan Weems, looking like he's fucking Papelbon coming out of the bullpen. Yeah, party's over for the B team. Nats bullpen. Okay, so if we are down in this game, Jovan, if there is any sort of, if they're not up late, it could get ugly, and the Mets could end up pulling that one out late too. Either way, this game could get sketchy down the line, but I'll trust my guy McKenzie to throw one more gem before we see him regress a little bit. Did you see that Tyler McGill the 2.5 earned run square up on Prize Picks?
Yeah, I saw it.
Doesn't matter.
No, not too much. I don't know. The Nats, whether it's weird squares against them or for them, I just kind of throw them all out.
Probably a smart move. At least for their pitchers, it is. I can tell you right now that does not matter at all for them. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. We'll see how much it matters for the opposing pitcher. Esther likes McGill's walks. I don't know, man. The Nats aren't too patient. And it also is a goblin. And he's been walking people a ton, and he likes walking people. I don't know if I'd take it. It almost seems too easy, my man. I'll be honest with you. What about fantasy score? Holy Howitzers is saying, yeah, are you going to take a stab at McGill fantasies? He's got a 52 berg in his back pocket in that last game.
Yeah, I'll probably toss that in the slip, but I mean, I don't love it.
Okay.
If he was coming off of a different start, I would be 100% in. Like, I don't think he's going to go out there and throw 7 shutout 9Ks like he did against the Dodgers, but I think he'll be very serviceable. And I feel like this could easily happen. I feel like McGill could go out there and throw 5 innings, 1 run, and the Nats explode for 5 off the bullpen, which is why I kept the Mets off the card.
Okay. All right. Yeah, you could be onto something there. And I'm seeing McGill strikeouts at 5 now. I don't know what it was at before, but that did get bumped right in front of my face, I believe. Was he at 4.5 before or 5.5? He might have been at 5.5.
4.5.
Was he at 4.5? Yeah, he was at 4.5.
On the card, Krabs.
Sure. All right, he got bumped up. That's fucking piss. That's the last thing I need to see right now, Jovan. Jesus. And to acknowledge Jackson's comment down here, Jovan, as someone who has unfortunately watched the Nats games pretty much every game this year, damn near every game, that's what they do. They struggle early, and they come through late. The scrappy Nats show life late. They need to see some ABs. They need to get some ABs under their belt before they really produce. I'm with you, and that's a good thing for your first 5 under as well, Jovan.
Sure.
All right. Yeah, that's rat meat, folks. Try to get cute and fade McGill. Maybe he was always taking his more than 2.5 earned runs, but if Javon's on the first 5 under 4, that doesn't sound like a recipe for success either. Let's hope the scrappy Nats can at least put the ball in play. It might be dinky ground balls the entire fucking game, but let's hope they can avoid the strikeouts. Not going to lie to you guys, chat. The fact that got bumped up to 5, I do not love. But we'll see what happens. Okay. Nats K rate has shot up. Yeah, I mean, you could thank CJ Abrams for that mainly. He strikes out every at bat now. Thinks he's Barry Bonds. Joey Gallo back in the lineup as well the last couple of weeks. That has a big effect in it too. Okay, those guys are strikeout machines. Joey Gallo's up for a 1.5 strikeouts on Prize Picks as well. I wouldn't mind a little sprinkle on that more than today.
Dude, I think
I'm fading I'm fading McGill on his overall strikeouts, which I still think could hit.
Wow,
dude, what is
Trent.
This, dude?
Trent locked.
No way he took Judge more than strikeouts, so he faded Judge.
Faded Judge. Yeah. That just started the trickle down of Mooshit.
That's an impressive slip. Sorry, that's an impressive lineup. I'm not gonna lie.
Very impressive
lineup. Holy fuck. McDavid, only 2 SOGs. You saw that goal last night, I'm assuming. Everybody on Earth did. He's a freak.
Yeah. That was ridiculous.
He's a freak. He is a freak. Also, did you see him grab a fucking puck and, take his time and then throw it down exactly where he wanted to, which I'm pretty sure is not allowed in hockey. I know for a fact it's not, but nobody gives a shit because it's McDavid. Couldn't find the clip for that one. That would have been Steam Krabs today, folks. Does Shohei play for the Water Dogs? No, Shohei does not play for the Water Dogs. What is that joke? I don't even know what that is.
Yes.
He's dog water. Okay, there's the comp. And yes, the Water Dogs right now look dog water too. My guy Jake Caraway, he didn't carry any of the fucking weight for the Water Dogs in week 1, but I still believe in that team. They'll be okay. And yeah, that should have been a penalty, Holy Howitzers. I know you saw that shit. You can't grab the puck and dance with it and then pick where you shoot that thing out like Plinko, right? You grab that puppy, you throw it down immediately. That's the rules. They were letting him get away with some stuff out there yesterday, man. Maybe it's because it's him versus the whole team. He probably deserves a pass every once in a while, right? But shit, that pissed me off as a Dallas Stars future investor. Didn't love seeing that one. And also, how the fuck did they not score in the last minute of that game? You see that? I mean, they were peppering the Nets. I thought we were going to get one there.
Yeah, I mean, Skinner's playing like that. Skinner's playing like that. Nobody's beating the Oilers, period.
Skinner, yes. Nail on the head. Enough said. All right, let's keep moving and grooving here. I do want some time to talk about the NHL Stanley Cup and to talk about the NBA Finals after we do the sharp report. We should have plenty of time. Let's go to Coors. Could we both have a play in that game? Sure. I like the Rockies on the ML. We'll see how that goes. Putting actual real-life coins on the fucking Rockies. But they're a pick 'em now against the Reds, Jovan. I believe they opened up plus chicken. They definitely opened up plus chicken, but the Reds opened up minus 130-ish on the road here in this spot last night. The line has since come back to a pick 'em here with Feltner on the bump, who has been moose shit. His last start, he got obliterated out there, one of his worst of his career. Andrew Abbott, he's still got that 3.2 ERA. He's still moving and grooving. I don't think he's that good, though. I'll be honest. I don't really think he's that guy, especially pitching on the road here in an atmosphere and an environment like Coors. Good fucking luck, because the Rockies bats might not have shown it the last couple of games, but overall, the Rockies bats are here, at least relatively, compared to the beginning of the season. All right, I trust them at least minimally to produce today. I'm seeing you got the over in your card over there too, so you're in. W's. I think Feltner actually pitches a little bit better than Abbott, though, in this game. And I'm going to take a stab at the Rockies catching some steam at home. The Rockies are starting to, do a couple things besides those last two games where they, were held to one run against the Dodgers. Before that, their offense looked great. Maybe all they need is a trip back to Coors, trip back home after being in LA, getting destroyed over the weekend to get that lineup back up and moving. I still feel good about those guys. Charlie Blackmon, lead the way today, please. Will you? Be the veteran we know and love. Chris Bryant, please do something. I'm not going to take any of your squares or anything today. I'll just let you be. But Chris Bryant, feel free to do something today, my man. Be productive. All right, the Rockies, I like their bats against Abbott today. I like their bats against the lefty. I like the total moving up, and I like the steam the Rockies are getting here at home with a moose shit pitcher coming off of the worst start of his season in Feltner. Give me the Rockies ML. Now I want to hear why you see runs coming from both sides.
Yeah, I actually don't hate Abbott. I think he can pitch decent in this game, but I think Feltner might get turked on pretty hard. And it is Feltner coming off of probably one of his worst starts of the season, but I don't think there's a bounce back because I think he just is a moose shit pitcher and not profiling great against the Reds either. But the back end of this would be both of these bullpens. The Reds have been weirdly good over the past month or so, but a little tired in the arms that they're going to see. You're talking about Rockies versus lefties. You're probably going to have to see Nick Martinez. Who knows if Alexis Diaz is going to pitch again, but I don't really care either way. But probably going to see Suter, probably going to see a couple of lefties. So it's the same look they've been getting with Abbott, just with a worse arm there, which is good for the Rockies. But so I think the Reds are in a tough bullpen spot. The Rockies bullpen, whether they're healthy, rested, or either of the two, they suck. So the Reds, the one thing that they've done actually really well, even through this little stretch where their offense has been moose, is take advantage of really bad bullpens, which the Rockies are pretty much the main example of. So in Coors too, I think this is a spot where you get a lot of runs. I think the Reds sneak it out late, but could see it going either way.
Okay. Well, 0 for 2 on my plays today. In Jovan's mind, don't love that.
No, I'll say I can live with the Nats. The bottom two though. The bottom two are some corp crabs.
I didn't really go on Twitter earlier today. I'll be honest with you. Not much.
You should probably be, by the looks of Twitter, Reds might as well show up, and Matt Waldron is Cy Young. Literally Randy Johnson today.
Let's talk about the Padres and Matt Waldron, who's been Cy Young over his last 3 starts. Have you guys seen this guy pitch? Have you seen the knuckle? It's been knuckling. Okay, respect. Nasty. You always got to respect a knuckleballer, first off, all bets aside. Very fucking cool. We have a knuckleballer in the major leagues. He's kind of no shit, but he's been good recently. Okay. I think this guy was an Oriole originally, or the O's had a knuckleballer as well. Goots, I'm sure, can confirm here in about 3 seconds. They also had a knuckleballer in their system. I forget if this was him or not. Either way, love seeing this.
It wasn't Waldron.
Okay. No. But they did have one 2 or 3 years ago, huh?
Yeah, it was like 5 years ago. I can't blank on his name, but
yeah, well, that goes to show you how it went. Mickey Janis.
Yeah.
Boom. I remember seeing his card in MLB The Show. Sure. Matt Waldron, though, is at least a step above him. He's in the major leagues right this second, and he's been really solid his last 3 starts. He's been great, to be honest with you, but he's facing pretty moose shit pitching. I'll give you that. I was a little bit surprised to see the Padres catching 25 cents of steam here, but maybe it's because it's the Twitter POD. I really hope that's not the case. I hope the books know something we don't. But if it's a Twitter POD, and I can't lie to you guys, if there's one thing about me, it's that I'm Honest Abe. They're public, okay? I said it. The Padres are public today, and I still think they win. I still like them. And Jovan saying they're the Twitter POD, I fucking hate that. Full transparency,
Yeah.
but
I mean,
it's like
half Padres and maybe like 40% Padres, 60% Waldron strikeouts. That's probably
Waldron strikeouts.
That's the most popular thing I think I've seen, other than like Jordan Montgomery outs in weeks.
Yeah.
Is Waldron
strikeouts. Okay. Well, yeah, his strikeouts chart is looking like his fantasy score chart. He's been unbelievable recently. Okay, makes sense. Maybe it was the over in this game, and I want to go ahead and get that on record. Honorable mention: the over, the total in this game at 8.5 when we first opened up. The juice has since moved to the over a little bit from that -120 opener for under 8.5 last night. Now we're seeing some -115s. We'll see what happens when this game closes, when the lines close. Very curious to see where that total ends up moving and grooving. But I thought it was a little bit high with how well both these pitchers have been pitching. I mean, Anderson has been cracked out for the Angels this season, Jovan. He's been unbelievable. And then Waldron in his last 3 games has had his 3 best starts of his MLB career in a row. And the total in this game is at 8.5 with these offenses. But maybe it is the offenses. And the reason why that total is so high with how they've looked of late, right? The Angels have shown a little bit of life. The Padres have shown a little bit of life. Maybe that's why that total was so high. But I was debating between the Padres ML and this over all morning. Ended up going with the Padres, catching a little bit more steam there, looking a little more sharp. But you're kind of sketching me out. Either way, I do think the Padres bats get to Anderson, so I don't think it's going to matter. I think both plays will hit. I'm not really too worried about it. I think the Angels are in for a rough night. Maybe their offense gets involved and Waldron gets mucked. I don't know. Maybe he ends up going less than his strikeouts. Hopefully, that's the way that Twitter all cakes their bets, and it's not, caking my bets on the Padres ML here. But I feel like the Padres getting to Anderson is a given here in this spot, at least with that ML moving and with that total as high as it is. It's just going to come down to, are the Angels going to hit Waldron? You're thinking they might with how popular he is today.
Yeah, I mean, if I had to take a side or total in this game, I'll probably be right with you in taking the over. But the thing with the Padres, like, they've been so mushy versus lefties. They've been like a little better recently, and I still lean with you like they're going to win the game. It just scares me, and that's one of the reasons why I'm taking Profar over hits on RBI, because if they're going to hit them, it's going to have to be one of their guys or a couple of their guys that are really good against lefties and good against changeups, because that's all that he throws. And it starts with, I guess, Tatis, who's going to be hitting ahead of Profar. Arias above him too, obviously. But if they can set Platt, I think Profar and RBI spots will be plentiful if they're actually going to hit Tyler Anderson in this game. So that's why I went with Profar. Still with you, just scary.
Okay. All right. Angels top 5 versus knuckleballs. I mean, how can that even be a real stat? There's no way. There's like one dude throwing it. There's one guy throwing it. It's him.
Yeah,
it's this guy.
Him.
It's the only guy who's thrown in the league since R.A. Dickey. There's no way those stats even are real. That's got to be a Chiote. That's got to be a Chiote clownage. Yep. Okay, can confirm. Yep. We got Dwarf Noah back in this bitch. Let's fucking go, Noah. How we doing? Good to see you. Hope you had a good weekend, my man. Good to hear you are back. What are you betting on today, Noah? Are you taking any of those nasty less than run squares today on the MLB board? Let me know if there's one looking at you funny. Okay. Talon O coming in resubbing for 14 months. Love to see that as well. Vibes are up on a Monday. Okay. Sure. Typically Mondays, we come in here. People are dropping subbies left and right. I don't know what it is. Maybe people have good vibes from the weekends. They're excited to be here. Talon O getting involved. Love that. Dwarf Noah likes Altuve less than a run. Is he playing?
I knew that was coming. He's red as ma.
Wow. Altuve. All right. No Yap today, chat, but we do have Surge. Sure, W. Trent. I know there's not that many games today, but the show must go on. Okay. Stick around, chat. We'll have the Surge stream in about 40 minutes. All right. Get your plays ready. Get your sell jobs ready. Change a life on the Surge stream today, chat. Give a sell job of the millennium. Okay. Go up there in a suit and tie and a microphone and pretend like you're a fucking analyst and sell him on your favorite play of the day so he tails it. Show some heart. All right. Bring the energy today. We need it. With a slate like today, We need you guys to bring the energy. All right? Thanks for the looks at PLL Krabs. Yeah, I'll be honest with you. I'm assuming you're saying hooks, not looks. W spelling there. You're welcome, Big Bat. I'm actually happy you lost those entries now that you said that. Good. Let's keep moving and grooving here. Jovan, we got Altuve up on the boards. Half a run. Oh, no. Do we think we're seeing runs in that game?
From the Astros.
Shit.
So, yeah.
You think they muck up Gibby? Because I'm looking at the total, dropping from 9 to 8. Obviously, don't love the over then right off the rip, but that doesn't mean one of these two offenses can't awaken, right? That doesn't mean one of these two offenses can't get going and put up some runs.
It's probably not the team coming off of Sunday Night Baseball with travel.
Probably not. Never is.
Never usually is. I mean, it's probably going to be Turks off of Gibson. And I mean,
and Trent's in a Jordan jersey.
GG's. Well, guess it's Alex Bregman day.
Or it could be Altuve run day.
Could be Altuve. It might just be everybody but Jordan. Altuve, Bregman, Tucker, 3-piece. Jordan.
People forget
5Ks.
Jordan hit 2 nukes in a game this weekend, huh? I believe that was on Saturday.
He did.
Huge. Love that.
Sleep.
Trent goes, what the fuck? John Mola coming in resubbing. W's John, 26 months. Talk about an OG.
Goats.
John Mola. All right, he's been here since Nam. All right, W. John, let me know what you're on today. And a Sunday Devers Dong. How about it?
People do forget
W's
that too.
Rafi Devers is on Fuego. Jovan, I want to hear about the Diamondbacks. There's some weird pitching stuff going on with this game. I don't know how recent. We've seen the starting pitchers get announced. I'm seeing Howard versus Nelson right now. Is that what you got?
Yeah. And I mean, Spencer Howard, who knows like how long he's going to end up pitching for the Giants, but it's like a bulkish start where he's probably going to give them a little longer than like an opener. But if you give way to that bullpen, who after yesterday and what they had to give in the game against the Yankees, like obviously Doval's not going to be available if you're like 30 pitches and blew that save. They pitched Ryan Walker, they pitched Rogers, they pitched Miller. Like they're pretty strained for a bullpen that already has not been very good. So like I think this is a pretty big get right spot for the D-backs bats, which have been pretty terrible to call on for like the last month and a half, really the whole season. But especially lately, they've been pretty tough to watch. I think now they get a really good matchup against all these arms, and I think they get right. Ryan Nelson, too. Like, he hasn't been great at home. I guess that's the big knock on him, but this is a Giants offense who, other than, like, I wouldn't say too many guys have a great matchup against him either. And going into Arizona, after that tough series against the Yankees, I think I want to fade him before they start to get back going. And I think this is a tough spot, especially for the arms. So I'll be on the Snakes.
Snakes coming off of back-to-back wins. Don't let them get hot. It might be too late. Okay. San Fran coming off of 4 straight losses after getting embarrassed last night. They were up 5-3 in that game. They blew it. We talked about it. We showed the fucking clips. We don't need to bring that up again. Does that not worry you at all? With the team getting their dicks kicked in a series against the Yanks, especially in the way that they lost that last game of the series? You don't think they'll come in a little more motivated?
Yeah, I mean, they probably will. I wouldn't be shocked like if they hit in this game because Ryan Nelson's on the mound, but I think the D-backs are going to be able to go right with them. And I love, too, if we're talking about backing, they're coming off of a tough series. D-backs are hitting a little better. The last time Spencer Howard pitched, it was everybody's POD to fade him against the Phillies, and he went out there and threw like 4 shutouts start the inning, and the Phillies got shut out in that game. So love kind of backing down from that, because now I think this is the perfect spot for the D-backs bat to get on him and the bullpen, which is dog shit. And
I'm just worried
I might be doubling down looking at the chat. Talking about
they hate to play. They hate to play.
They hate
to play. Good.
Yeah.
All right. Remember that. Okay, when it's squad ride time, will you? Phil's Utley boots on ground. Let's fucking go, Phil's. Go enjoy the game today, will you? Go have a fucking day. Phil's Utley, 25 months. Got to shout him out for that. He has been an OG. Phil's number 1. Let me know what you're sweating. Looks like you might already have a play, though. Boots on ground tonight for Hoskins. Return to Philly. Harper nuke loading. Maybe a little Bryce Harper day today? What do you think, Jovan? He's got a total bases square up after a goose.
Yeah, I don't know. He did look like Moose last night, but he did hit, I think, 2 tanks Saturday.
Okay. All right. Harper looked fucking blind last night, they're saying. All right. Well, maybe a little matchup against former teammate turned enemy. Could get the juices flowing. If anybody cares about that shit, it's Bryce Harper. He's petty. He knows
That's
it.
true.
Could be him. All right.
Yeah.
Nikki Gord's coming in resubbing. Boots on ground too. Phillies team total over 4.5. It might be Phillies day today, folks. Is everybody in chat going to the Phillies game? Very cool, Nikki Gords. Well, I hate your Musha team, but you know what? They're playing some good baseball right now, and you got all my sloppy seconds from the Nats, so enjoy them. Schwarber, Harper, Trey Turner is hurt. Take care of those boys, will you? They're good kids. All right? They deserve good fans. All right, straight bets, done. Finito, finished. Jovan, out of your 3 up there in the top right sector, which one is looking at you the funniest?
By far the over in course.
Okay. You heard it here first, folks. I hate the slate today. I hate the board today. Chat, you guys pick my favorite fucking play. That's about as good as it's going to be the same pick as mine. Random. Okay. I fucking hate the slate today. It is what it is. We're here. We're alive. We're well. All right. We bounced back yesterday after a moose shit Saturday. Krabs, all sides hold the stick. Yes. Literal anti-G unit. Anti-G unit sharp report here, folks. Which could be the difference, to be honest with you.
Could be.
All right. Let's move. Let's groove. Let's talk about some prize pick squares. Jovan, Tyler Miguel, now up to 5 strikeouts. I want to go ahead and check the Carfax in that one too. That's really going to piss me off when I see it. Oh, there it is. Sure. Tyler Miguel, 5 strikeouts now. I still like the less than chat. Besides Joey Gallo's 2, which is a given. That's already baked into this line. He's getting 2. All right. And he's also up on the board there as well, Jovan. I know you talked about it. That's probably something we should add as well into some of the lineups for today. But I do think the Nats will be putting the ball in play, and I like that Abrams is probably going to be out for this square. We'll probably have Jacob Young in the leadoff hole. We're going to have a more contact-friendly lineup besides Joey Gallo out there with how C.J. Abrams has been swinging and missing like Barry Bonds. That's huge because he's been a guaranteed 1 strikeout, if not 2, every fucking game. And those are probably both going to come early against the flamethrower McGill. Chat's distracting me about college baseball. We got to wait on that. We'll lock in a second here. I like McGill's less than strikeouts because although the Nats strikeout numbers are up recently, I like their lineup today against McGill. And I think without Abrams, this will be close, but no cigar. He ends with 4. Stick to the plan. Now to my other square, which I actually like a little bit better. Tyler Anderson, more than 2.5 earned runs allowed. Don't really have to talk about that one much either. Padres ML I like. Over in the game I like. Tyler Anderson cannot keep getting away with it. I will fade his earned run square until we profit. I can promise you that, chat. I keep taking it. All right. I'll take it again here in a game where I think we see the total go over. And I think the Padres bats on the road show up once again. They're 2 games over 500 right now. Nobody's talking about it. Nobody cares. Don't let the Padres get hot. It might be too late. Tyler Anderson, not a starting pitcher in baseball, due for more regression than him. The Padres slept on, underrated bats, underrated lineup. They show up today. They carry the weight. They put up 3 early against our guy Tyler up here on the screen.
Sure.
I want to hear about your squares.
Yeah, took Profar. Talked about that one a little bit. Outside of Hassan Kim, I think he's the best changeup hitter on this team. And I think he'll be in RBI spots if they are going to score off Tyler Anderson because their lefty lineup has been it's been Arias, Tatis, and then him. So like Arias will get on base. Tatis has been fantastic against lefties. Really the only one that's been able to show up for them when the whole lineup wasn't hitting lefties. So they set Platt. I think he's bringing them in. Great matchup in his own right, too. He's been great against lefties this season himself, hitting from the right side. So I do like that. And I like runs in the game. And then other square is college, which this is a more of a speculative square because the tough part with college baseball is you never really know who's going to start until they run out there. But it seems like from all the talk that Liam Peterson may be starting for Florida, and he just threw 90 pitches on Friday. He's a freshman too, and we can talk about that game for a second in a bit.
I want to.
Yeah, they had a really good performance. The Florida pitching staff did yesterday in getting to this game, which is tough against an Oklahoma State lineup that's fantastic. But now they're going to have to throw every arm out there, period, to try and stop them, which is going to be a tough task. There's like a 15.5 total in this game. The Oklahoma State, their pitchers are in a much better spot than Florida's are. And Liam Peterson, if he does come out, it's going to be like as an opener for 2 innings, maybe. He's a freshman too. So like, regardless of his limits, like I think that's going to go south very quickly, as good as he is. So yeah, I took his less than Ks. So if he does start, love the look, but if he doesn't, you won't really know till it happens. So, I mean, it's maybe getting DMP'd, but we'll see when he comes out.
Okay. Regarding the WNBA stuff, if I hear one more person talk about the WNBA, I might have to just hang them up. I'm gonna have to hang. Are people now just realizing for the first time that there's competition and rivalries and hatreds and fights and hits and stuff going on in these games? Like, this is sports. There's going to be bullshit. There's bullshit in every sport, every year, every week. Okay? Can we stop talking about it? Because we're becoming part of the problem. Let them play the fucking games. All right? I'm tired of hearing people talking about the bullshits. Let's talk about the fucking games and the bets. And let's talk about why Liam Peterson is going less than his 4.5 strikeouts. Now, Jovan, people in chat were saying earlier that potentially he might not pitch today. Do we need to do a quick Twitter search to see if there's been some new news?
You won't find anything. There's no new news. Anybody who's like, you have as much idea as if he's starting as everybody else saying that. It's like you have no clue.
We're also not going to talk about the Commanders kicker because he's a piece of shit and we should have kept Joey Sly. That's the one comment I will say about it. But fuck McManus. God damn it.
I think he just got taken off the board, literally.
Who, Peterson?
Yeah.
Well, maybe they were right. Fuck.
I mean, you won't really know till it happens.
Okay. Yeah. Well, somebody at Prize Picks might know. They could know.
They could.
They might have a guy down there at the game. Who fucking knows?
Yeah.
Well, either way, can we talk about this game for a second? Because I wanted to anyways.
I do want to take a play in the game, period.
Well, tell me about your play. Because if you already got one, I want to hear it.
Yeah, I just want to take the over.
Okay.
15
over 15.5. Shit.
Yeah. Which usually when teams like Florida, when you go in these situations where you need to win a game to get to like the game 7 in the regional, and then you have these performances where, I mean, first of all, Florida's pitching staff is already bad. Liam Peterson's been one of the stars of that. If he pitches or if he doesn't, it's going to be a limited innings or whatever. Then you're going to go to really this bunch of guys, Clemente included, which they're just not good and they're not going to have a very long leash. So like this whole regional, like Oklahoma State's field, places like Coors Field, and they're a very strikeout heavy, home run hitting team. So now we're about to see that. I think they unleash, their offense does, on the Gators, and Florida's bats can keep up for a little bit, but I don't think it'll be long enough. I think it's going to be one of those like crazy high scoring games.
So Florida won yesterday as dogs, right? They were underdogs yesterday. They pulled out that win late. What is this series at? What has to happen? Can you break that down?
There's no series. This is the game.
The winner wins.
This is it. Awesome. Yeah. Okay, so whoever wins this game is going to the Super Regionals, right?
Yeah.
Awesome. All right. Oklahoma State is a ranked team this year. Was Florida ranked as well? Or I know that historically they're unbelievable, but I thought, glancing or watching, what was it, Squeeze or whatever the hell it is on ESPN Plus last night, Squeeze play, I thought I saw Oklahoma State was the ranked team and Florida might not have been. Is that
Florida? I'll tell you what, Florida's the equivalent of UVA in March Madness. Like they were 28 and 27. Like they had no business getting in the tournament. The only reason they got in the tournament is because they have a guy on the committee, which is the same for every single bubble team. But yeah, they're ranked highly to start the year, but they're carried by their name. But they can hit, and they have one of the best players, if not the best player in the country, Jack Caglione.
Jack Caglione, I know him. Yep.
Yeah. So I mean,
all right,
they're not very good. They can hit. Their problem is their pitching staff. It's fucking terrible. So like in a situation like this where it's a big bullpen game where all the guys that they can bring out are not like, usually you'll have like a guy or two, which Oklahoma State I guess does. You'll have like a guy or two that like in a disaster situation that you're in, they can go out and give you like a in the moment like 4 or 5 innings. Like Florida, I don't think has that today. Like they have a bunch of guys that are going to go 1 inning, 2 innings, which is terrible for their pitching staff. So like that's why I like runs.
I like runs too. I like the high total. I like the angle. I like the breakdown. Moose shit pitchers going today. Coors Field type vibes at that Fields. I like Oklahoma State too, but now they're up to minus 190. So I don't really know how to play them. They were minus 170 earlier. I thought about taking it, maybe a 1.5 U. Don't overthink it. It is what it is. Don't fear the juice. Just embrace it every once in a while. I thought about it, but now they're up to almost minus 200, Jovan, probably because of this pitcher news, right? Probably because they're not going to, start that kid who's going to be better on short rest. But
there's always a lot of
steam.
Steam and movement in college baseball. I wouldn't pay attention too much to it. It's not
do you
always
think the steam matters though?
I mean, not really. I still side with that. It's just
could just be like PLL whenever I lock in my nukes. Lines.
College baseball is such like a volatile market that it gets moved very easily whenever there's no news or even like the slightest bit of action or whatever.
Yeah. I've dropped plenty of Nukenheimers on, MLB, NBA, NHL, NFL, whatever the fuck you want to say, all the major sports. You don't typically move those lines immediately, right? So I'm not, Stu Feiner yet. But in these smaller market sports, I've laid some megalodons and moved lines myself right after, mainly the PLL. Maybe college baseball's like that too. Smaller market, less bets. Maybe they react way more off of volume. Maybe they react way more off of bets because it probably makes sense as to why Oklahoma State's getting some steam right now. We're getting some bets with the pitcher news or just with the fact that they lost last night to Florida. They're the better team. They're home. They might be road in this game, but it's played in their home stadium. They're the better squads. I could see the bets probably flowing in on Oklahoma State and not a Florida team that's only there because, do you know who my fucking dad is type quotes, right? Like the only reason they're there is because their fucking dude is on the committee. Some bullshit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? With that being said, I kind of still want to take OK State, but maybe you're onto something with that over. And you seem to like it a lot. So I think I'll probably just ride with that. I feel like
and I mean it goes one and the same because I like the over because I think Florida's pitching staff is going to do what they've done all season, and that's a super tough lineup to do that against. So yeah, I like Oklahoma State with you.
Okay, Oklahoma State two-piece. Interesting. Could there be any value on Oklahoma State two-piece? I know UConn, Oklahoma last night. I watched that one. I live bet that one. We got lucky, kind of. Not really. Oklahoma's fucking stacked, but had a really good window to live bet them and got them, as less juiced as possible. They pulled out the win. Now they got a little rematch. I guess the winner of this game, I'm assuming, is in the same boat as Oklahoma State, Florida. The winner of that game goes to the Super Regionals probably.
So
for UConn, Oklahoma tonight.
I believe all of the games today that's not like UC Irvine should be winner take all.
Okay. And Goots is nodding his head. He's fucking dialed in CBB right now. Okay.
Yeah. So if UC Irvine wins, it'll go to another game, but that's in Oregon State, so they're way
that's
back
just because the game got postponed.
That's
so all the games starting later should be. These are all game 7.
Yes.
Cool.
All games.
Cool. Krabs, let's use that $100 to craft a lay. Jovan, yourself, my favorite play, and the squad ride, and see where it goes from there. What a weird, cool, fun idea. Sign me up. GF Swim, do you want me to place it? Do you want me to send it to you and you place it? Let me know, dude. I'll do whatever you want. Okay. That's a cool little idea to get the squad involved. Fuck yeah, GF Swim. Team player. You can see them a mile away. Okay. They're not common. GF Swim.
You don't want Trent's favorite play in there?
We could put Trent's favorite play in there. Does he have a college baseball nuke? Maybe just say Oklahoma minus 250, Trent.
College baseball
Maybe just say that.
He's in Q, shaking his head.
Yeah. He's got the fresh Bookit hat on there right now. Fuck yeah.
And Jordan jersey, so GG Jordan.
Is it the Space City joint?
Yeah.
Fresh.
W Mikes. L Mikes.
W Mikes. Yep. W Mikes. Trent, have a good weekend besides the PLL cake on Saturday?
No. Made some units on the books, but had a historically bad weekend on prospects.
When people ask you that, Trent, you're supposed to just say yeah. And then you can bitch about something if there's something wrong. But most people just say, yeah, it was all right. They don't say no. Anyways, it must have been that type of weekend. Okay. Well, new week, new bags. It's a Monday. Take all that shit, throw it out. Who gives a hoot, Trent? Let's fucking hit some bets today. Let's hit some prize picks today. Why not us? What are you looking at?
It just feels like everybody's on the same fucking 5 pitchers today. It's like, I don't know what to do.
Well, we could fade them and get rich.
What are your guys' thoughts on Scooby Snacks? Did you talk about him?
Haven't gotten to that game yet. Jovan, have you talked about the second prize picks? square that was up there on the sharp report before we start moving and grooving around?
Yeah, we went over that.
Good. Okay. Yeah, let's talk some of these other games we didn't get to yet. Mainly the pitching duel of the century. Skubal versus Evaldi. Total down to 7. Although it's plus Chick. Interested to see where that total ends up. I think Scooby probably pitches well. Trent, I even thought about maybe squaring up for Kitch and taking the square under in the game. No fun under, but the juice baseball's on the horizon. The Rangers bats just ready to wake up at any moment, and they look pretty good against Miami in those last 2 games, putting up a 7-piece and a 6-piece. Probably going to stay off, but I wouldn't mind, getting in there and taking that square under. That makes sense.
Got a bad feeling about Skubal today.
Well,
because a lot of my worry about the Rangers has been, they've just been overall moose shit, but especially against lefties. And that's been a lineup that's been destroying lefties. Like they destroyed them last year and they've been terrible against them this year. Started to tick up a little bit, and they just saw lefties back-to-back games. Granted, they're not Skubal, but Ryan Weathers has been pretty solid. So that was impressive to me. They kind of got all over him. And then Trevor Rogers. But this is now the 3rd straight game that they're seeing a lefty, and they're starting to get going. I'm a little concerned about Skubal today.
His fantasy score just got bumped up.
To what?
I think the strikeouts could be there. So I assume that's what you're asking, but I don't know. I think the Rangers might touch him up a little bit.
Phil says the Rangers and Scooby.
They have hit him pretty well, but different teams.
Chad, anybody asking about the Bookit hat? We're going to get you guys right as soon as we're ready. Be patient. Okay? They're coming. For now, be jealous. Bask in its glory. I don't want to fade him, but if Jovan's got a weird inkling and itch to fade Skubal, I'd say at least stay off that fucker. You kidding me?
Yeah, could be like
he could
have like a Ryan Weathers outing where he struck out. I think he struck out double digits and gave up 9 hits and 4 runs.
Yeah, where everything's a strikeout or a hit. Okay.
Yeah, pretty much.
Against the Rangers, that match checks out.
Yeah.
All right.
In 2 starts with the Rangers, he has not gone over.
What is fantasy score?
Case.
Strikeouts? Okay.
Is.
Okay. Yeah. Well, fantasy score is getting bumped up. I don't know. That's a weird fucking game. Stuff's moving different directions. Javon's saying fade a goat. Keep me away from that.
I'm getting weird vibes on it also. What about Verlander?
I think Verlander does his job today with them catching some steam against the Red Hot Cardinals. He might not be piping hot right now, but overall they played great over the last month. I think Verlander does his job today. That's actually a guy who I wouldn't mind squaring up for.
I feel like it might be fantasy. I feel like he gets 6 Ks.
Well, I feel like he gets the win and quality start probably too. So, yeah, I would say fantasies instead of taking the old man strikeouts. He's been killing it recently. Don't get me wrong. He probably does hit his strikeouts if we need his fantasy score, right? But, yeah, I think you try to get that win and quality start potentials. What about Gausman and Grayrod? We didn't talk about the O's or Toronto. That's an interesting little pitchers matchup. The juice is loose on that under. Opened up plus 100, 7.5 for the under. Now I'm seeing some minus 115s, a minus 120 up on the green book right now for the under. What are we thinking about Gausman and what are we thinking about Grayrod, Jovan? 2 sketchball McGees who could go out there and throw a complete game shutout or be taken out of the 3rd inning.
Yeah, it's kind of a tough one. I think it's a Gausman over Grayrod day, which I kind of thought initially looking at the game I'd be super into square up on Grayrod and just say he's going to dice this moose shit lineup, but I don't really think that's the case because the Jays are patient, and the one time they've been actually decent against right-handed pitching is against guys who can't consistently find the strike zone, which is Grayson Rodriguez. So, especially since he also will not have the same strikeout ability against the Jays as he does against other teams. So, I think he struggles a little bit. I would love to just get involved on this under, but I fear that one of these pitchers is going to give up a lot, and maybe it's Grayrod, but it's a super confusing game.
I almost put Toronto on my sharp report.
Yeah, I like them too.
But then I realized I'd have to fade the Orioles, and every time I do that, they steal my coins and laugh in my face.
Yeah.
But I lean Gausman at home. I like him today.
Yeah.
I wouldn't even mind taking his fantasy score. How much longer is this Gosman bullshit going to continue? We know how good of a fucking starting pitcher he is. Now, does it scare me seeing his 5.5 hits allowed square up there after he's, been a little bit better recently? Yeah, but he's facing the O's, and they're good. But Toronto's also good right now. Don't let them get hot. It might be too late. They've won 4 of their last 5. They're starting to play very well. I wouldn't be shocked if we see Toronto pull this one out. They're catching 10 cents of steam. Gray Rod is fadeable. I still like Toronto. I just didn't get to the counter or put it in the sharp report yet. More honorable mention type.
Yeah. Gosman also didn't have a spring training. So that played into a little bit of why he was so mushit.
Yeah, he got hurt, right? Did he get hurt?
He was
early?
hurt. He was hurt in the spring. So he didn't have a ramp up. So now it seems like he's finally starting to get comfortable and pitch better. Last couple outings, granted they were against mushit teams, but he looks a lot better.
Trent, you said that what's the hardest sport video is going fucking nuclear on the socials.
Dude, there's just people fucking fighting in the comments. I'm like, dude.
Good.
It's like
a fights.
Beefing, bro.
That's good. People are fucking weird, man. So am I, but so is everyone else too, and they're more weird than me. I don't know. How you just find yourself on the Bookit comments just fighting about bullshit.
So dumb.
I'd like to have that much time in my day, to be honest with you. But that made me happy though. W's. All right, let's lock back in here. We still have 10. And we still have to do a squad ride. And rumor has it I did just get a message from GF Swim. If you can get Oklahoma alt line at -1.5, then just add the ML as a bobber. I'm assuming he meant if I can't get it. Let's see what he was saying. If it hits, you keep the original 100. This is the proposal we have from GF Swim. You guys ready? If the lay hits, I keep the hundo. The lay will be a 5-legger. Jovan's favorite play, my favorite play, squad ride, and then Oklahoma State -1.5 and Oklahoma -1.5.
Wow.
Huh. Jovan, thoughts on those 2 plays he's given us here in college baseball? I know obviously you probably could get down with either of those, especially the OK State one potentially with plenty of runs to be had in that game.
Yeah.
What about the Oklahoma one? Does that one sketch you out a little bit against UConn, who's had some magic over the last couple of years in this in the College World Series postseason or college baseball postseason?
Yeah, maybe a little bit. I don't really have too many thoughts about that game, to be honest with you, because UConn perpetual chokers, so it should be probably another spot where they have everything in front of them. They got to this game, and maybe they do it again. So I wouldn't be shocked.
Mikey, I've addressed it. I'll address it again. Yeah, Aaron Judge tried to ruin my anniversary yesterday, and he did it. He did it. He ruined the night with that home run. No, he didn't ruin it, Mikey. But that was piss. That was piss. But the state canceled out the Aaron Judge domination over the weekend. Okay, we'll leave it at that. I'm tired of talking about him. I hate him. Trent, I got a New Jersey on the way. Couple weeks, All-Star break. Name on the back and all. Now you got an original one with no name, and you got one with a name on it. Perfect. Can we move Oklahoma? Maybe we change that instead of -1.5, Jovan, to a little ML grease piece. Would that help you sleep at night? It might help me.
Yeah.
So, Goots, let's tinker around with this puppy a little bit. Let's go ahead and put in Oklahoma State -1.5. Let's go ahead and put in Oklahoma money line. We'll do a little pivot there. I'm sure GF Swim will be okay with that. Jovan, favorite play, go.
Reds, Rockies over.
Reds, Rockies over. Sure.
Who's going on?
So I did a $100 giveaway, and GF Swim said, take that $100, throw it on a parlay. Let's see if we can get rich. So we're doing that right now. We're crafting. Squad ride, we'll put in there as well. Jovan's favorite play is in there. I'll put my favorite play in there as well. If the Gosman square is high, why not the over in that game? If the Gosman hit square is high. Well, I was just kind of saying the O's, their offense is fucking locked in. They're good. I'm not surprised to see the Gosman hits allowed that high. And he also just hasn't been that great overall. He's only really had 2 good starts in a row-ish. So
we also love leaving runners on base, Mikey. So
yeah, Gosman does it a lot too. When he does have good outings,
his starts are always sweaty, bro. They're always sweaty, dudes. He's always got guys on base. That's a good point. All right, he's good with that pivot to the ML. Love that. I'm going to add my favorite play in this puppy, and then we're going to add the squad ride in there. You know, I hate these plays, did I? Full transparency, but there's got to be one. Can we put in? I'm going to trust my gut because the gut has been paying off.
Well, Krabs, you know the problem is? You know the problem is? Because the squad ride's supposed to be the fifth piece, right?
And my play.
I know. I'm saying like we don't know what squad ride is yet. It's like we could
why don't we
do
the squad ride?
I feel like we got to figure that out first.
Good. I want to see that damn train. Run it. You guys already know Mikey's holding it down in the YouTube chat. All right. If you're not hip, get hip. He's always over there hanging. We also talk about the Rockies and the Reds as well a lot. Jovan loves runs. He loves the over. He thinks both pitchers get moves today. I kind of like the Rockies, but Jovan's over in that game is sketching me. And I think we're with the sell job we heard and the confidence just oozing out of him. We have to put that over in the squad ride votes. Jovan, can I get a line check? I know that over has been moving and grooving.
Yeah, it's at 11 now. I don't really care. So I'm still taking it there.
Yeah, literally cannot care less. It's in cores. Make it higher.
If it goes over, it's soaring over.
Make it higher. Okay, we'll go Reds, Rockies over 11. We will go the over in that college baseball game. Or is that too early? Oh, it starts up at 3 p.m. in 1 hour. Okay.
Yeah.
Starts up in an hour. That's cake. What about yeah, I'm good on that UConn Oklahoma game. I'm not laying -2.5. Are you fucking kidding me? What about an attitude late night comeback?
Wouldn't hate it.
Okay. You don't want to put the Padres in there. What about the Padres over?
Could be down with that.
I like the Padres over. I was between that and the Padres ML. You said the Padres ML is the court POD. I'll pivot. Let's go the over in San Diego and LA. Fade Waldron and fade Anderson, which that's a given. I know he's given up 3 early. But let's fade Waldron. Let's take that over. Let's pivot. I'm down. All right.
Sure.
Padres, Angels over 8.5. I think there's only 1-8 aloof. Yep, we'll stick with the 8.5. Good. One more play, Jovan. Any of the other plays we've talked about today pique your interest?
Not really. Not too much.
How about Nats Mets first 5 under?
I mean, yeah. I just didn't want to. I figured we weren't doubling down in the poll with that game.
Let's go no Nats. Let's go Nats Mets first 5 under. That's a winner. And we'll go 3-piece for today. Quality over quantity.
Sure.
What do you think about that?
Sure.
Good. All right, chat. 3 plays, 3 winners. All right. And can you double check for me real quick on that first 5 total?
Yeah,
I don't want to give out any cheese here.
4.
Chat freaking out.
Flats.
Good. Chat, 3 plays, 3 winners. Here's the deal.